So we had a couple sunny weekends here in Yakima, and we decided to get to work. We had never done anything like this before, but we screwed through the fiberglass on our canopy. We got our racks installed. We had kind of a hiccup because one of the towers for the Yakima rack was actually defective and bent up all weird, so we had to return that. And it wasn't coming until Friday when we both worked. So the next day, we got started on the bed storage. Went and bought some wood, bought some carpet, some paint. Worked on this most of the day. Here's some rough pictures of it all, but it ended up pretty good. You'll see that later in the video. And then, let's see. We went with, we just packed inside and we kind of arranged everything where we thought it would be eventually. And of course, there's still a lot to add to our kit and our gear and all this stuff, but we have the list and we're just going to keep working on that slowly. Limited amount of time, but we have got a lot done these last few days, and I'd like to show you what we did next, which of course was go on a trip. We've been on the highway for about 20 minutes now, give or take, and nothing has flown off the roof. So that's a really good feeling. We did all this ourselves, got our hands a little dirty, and just did it over the last 2 weekends. Good feeling. So we went across the Columbia River, and we headed northeast, east-northeast. We went up to Saddle Mountain. It's a huge cliff. It was pretty freaky. We didn't let the dogs out because that cliff was really big. And we just stopped for a few pictures, and it was a little too windy to make coffee or pull anything out and have our lunch there. So we decided to move on and go up toward Columbia National Forest Park and the potholes. And this is down here near the potholes. I'm not quite sure what this spot's called. It was pretty sweet. Big cattails, really cool rock formations everywhere. Chuck looking great with all his roof gear on, and we popped it all open. Stopped and had a sandwich. It was all really cool. We're getting better with the tent. It's faster every time, and I'm loving our gear. So we came up here near the Potholes Reservoir, and we got a good sunny day. Just wanted to take a day trip out and, highway test all our gear, make sure it stayed on the roof. And so now we're here. Before we have lunch, I'm just going to do a little walk-around video. We'll talk about the truck and what we've done to it. Let's get this all situated. Okay, so nothing too special in here except that this engine, pretty much everything in the engine bay is pretty new. We got it done 2.5 years ago. It's maybe 12,000 miles on everything. So that's fun. We got these tires, the all-terrain backcountry, work pretty well. We pop in here real quick. Got GPS on a phone, dog beds, of course. And that little bag over there is our air compressor. Just hooks up to the front battery, and we got some air down plugs. We got our recovery kit, which doesn't have much recovery stuff. It's more like first aid and starting and things like that, basic, working on it. Mag light always. Up here we have our sport rack with the short line roof adapter, also a sport rack basket. That's not a full-size spare, but we had all of his old tires laying around, so we threw one up there. We have the other spare down below still, better safe than sorry. This adds 10 times coolness. We just put that on when we got out here. Number 3367. Right, up here on top of some Yakima racks, we got our Tough Stuff tent. I don't remember what model it is. We got a pretty good deal on it. Pretty happy with it so far. It sets up really quick and easy. The cover's kind of a bitch, but hopefully that'll soften up over time and get a little bit easier to use. Back here, we'll go into this again in more detail in a minute, but we've got our storage system. Still working on it. Definitely need a different water storage because that's pretty ghetto right there. Show you how all that works in a minute. Got a lot of our gear here. Take a quick pop up inside the tent, shall we? It's got that new tent smell. Us and the dogs are gonna be sleeping like babies up here. Pretty warm up here too with the windows closed. It's only like 50 degrees out here and breezy, but it's warm up there. So that's good. So far, that's a lot of what we've done to the truck. We got more big plans. The add-a-leaf hasn't gone in yet. You can see it's kind of sagging. But yeah, it's a pretty good start. Just give us 2 sunny weekends and look what we can do. We did all this by ourselves. No help from no one. Feels really good, especially when you realize it didn't fall off the roof on the highway. Or a couple rough roads we've been on today, so. Alright, I won't bore you with any more of the walk around. Just show you this cool spot. I don't even know where we're at. What it's called. Pretty beautiful. Alright, so we're going to show you how we set up our storage stuff. We made it all ourselves. We had 3 months to dream up what we were going to do, so I think it turned out pretty good. Oh, I forgot to mention too, on this side we're going to have our awning. We just haven't had time to mount it yet, so that's going up soon. Cool, it'll come out. Like I said, a different water container one of these days, because that's heavy as hell. And this guy pops out. That's holding everything from sliding around. And we're making it into a functioning table one of these days. So the idea here, room for the coolers, big cooler, everything. You just yank that out. We did get the annex with our tent. We just didn't want to put it up today. We didn't think it would be easy to stake down in this gravel, so. Behind here, the table and chairs fit perfectly. Here we got our coffee stuff. Filters and cones. Cups, coffee. That always needs to be accessible. This is dog stuff, you don't want that to be accessible in case you do have to tie them down where you're at. Good old Coleman stove. Step ladder so we can get up and get the tent right all the time. And that big black box is most of our cooking stuff, the not on the fly cooking stuff. So we'll do this side first. This is basically like a utility box. We've got all of our lights in here, some random little fix-it stuff. This is all wire and paracord and like silicone and basically stuff to stick stuff to other stuff, was our thought. Nice fresh bag of rubber gloves. You never know what you're going to be working on or playing with raw meat or whatever. Got the inverter in here. Pretty handy dandy. Eventually we'll have a second battery in this front corner here and the solar panel my mom's sending me, so that'll come in really handy. Charging cameras and stuff. And it's a bunch of random things, a whole sack full of lighters and bug spray, duct tape, gotta have it. So then behind there, this guy. Yeah, they're not the sturdiest containers, but we're not loading them up too heavy. Towel, toiletries, water shoes. This is going to be like the shower laundry bag. We're also getting a free Zodi shower for my parents because they never used it on the boat. I think the Zodi stuff, that's going to have to be packed up in here. We'll see. Shotgun to slide in there. Have a little fun. In here so far, not a whole lot, but of course your coffee pot, kettle rather. Got the silverware set. A couple plates. This bag from Tough Stuff worked perfect for a couple plates. So just two readily accessible if you want to slap together a sandwich or eat some to-go food or something like that if you're not cooking for yourself. Back here, it's going to be for more food storage, all of our dry goods. There's not much in there yet because I have to start filling it up. We're going to do spices, oils, soy sauce, sriracha, things like that, because I like to cook from scratch a lot. We'll probably have one of these just be for like potatoes and onions and room temp produce and stuff to bring with. And of course the cooler for all the cold produce and frozen meals and stuff we're going to bring. So yeah, that's basically it. Got handy dandy little first aid kit that our Jetta donated. Strap it right to the side there. And that's the setup for now. I mean, we're going to keep working on it and dialing it in, figuring out what we're going to take, which trip. Like, we're obviously not going to bring the NX on day trips or times when we're just going to go drive, sleep one night, and leave, you know. So, yeah, we'll bring you more. We'll show you our next editions and stuff when they come. Just chilling, Zoe? You're just chilling, huh? Woof. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. I hope you tune in more. Our videos are just going to keep getting better. We're going to keep going funner places as the spring rolls on and then summer, and we're going to keep working on our skills, and our just the way we create videos is going to continue to be, yes, challenging but fun for us. So I hope you all follow along. Hope you all like, share, and subscribe. You know, maybe hit us up on Patreon if you like us that much. Not really worried if you don't, because we're going to keep doing this either way. So everyone have a great night.